Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of my Venus series. Today we're going to talk about Venus through the signs, and I'm going to break this up for you a little bit differently. I'm going to talk to you about the fire signs, the earth signs, the water signs, and the air signs, okay? And so I'm going to start that way for you. And if you did not listen to my Venus part 1 video, I really want you to go back and listen to that first, because Venus does a lot of things in your chart. And I gave you the top 15 things that Venus does. Venus is deep. And if you're going to just be believing that, hey, Venus is love and money, you're going to miss so much about Venus. And I want you to know the deeper aspects of astrology. So this video is critical. Venus is a massive heartbeat in your chart, and I want you to know about it. So please watch my Venus video part 1 and then come back to this if you haven't done so already. First, before we do that, I need to ask you, do we know each other? I hope we do. I hope you're either a super supporter or a subscriber. And if you're not, please go click the subscribe button. And if you want to continue this journey and you want to go behind the scenes with me, please join my super supporter family. You can only do it from a computer. You can't do it from a tablet or a phone, but join. It's only 25 cents a day and you get to do the deep dive of astrology with me. I'm Meredith. I'm your evolutionary astrologer. I own my own company called Soul Navigation. Go check out my website, soulnavigation.com. We have all kinds of new and exciting things happening over there. But for now, I want to go a little deeper into the signs with Venus. Okay, let's talk about the fire signs. What if you have Venus in Leo, Sag, or Aries, or the first house, the 5th house, or the 9th house? Because those are the fire sign houses. By the way, you should also watch my video, The Sun Through the Houses, because Venus is going to take on the flavor. If you know what Venus means, based on my last video that I just did, where I told you the top 15 things that Venus means, and you take that and you watch my Sun Through the Houses video, you can see how the houses will create their energy infused with the meaning of Venus. So right now, this is for if you have an Aries, Leo, or Sag Venus, or if you have your Venus in the 1st, the 5th, or the 9th. You can also take this to mean if you have your Venus in Aries in the 9th, or if you have your Venus in Libra in the 5th, you want to take a little piece of what I'm about to tell you, and you want to incorporate it, because the house is critical. You can only know the house of your Venus. That is what house your Venus sign is in. You can only know that if you know your birth time. And the sign is also important. Both those things are critical. So if you have Leo, Sag, or Aries, 1st, 5th, or 9th house Venuses, you are going to express your Venus, all those 15 things that I said, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your expression of love, generosity, diplomacy, tact, and everything sweet in your life. Beauty, right? Beauty, love, peace, harmony. This is the peacemaker in your life. So if you have it in one of those fire signs or in one of those houses, you're going to show all of that very, very easily. You will feel love and connectedness by sharing in fun activities. And you're going to have a grand and very direct approach to everything we just talked about. You are going to feel an easy connectedness into life and to others. You're going to have a fiery or even a loud or super expressive, almost on steroids, expressive passion about you and joie de vivre. So when you meet a person who has a fire sign Venus, you're not real confused about what they like, and you're not real confused about what they feel and what brings them pleasure, because they'll just tell you. They will be so outgoing with all of their preferences. You'll also see very quickly that they probably like themselves. And unless it is seriously afflicted, so if you can't relate to this and you have a fire sign Venus, or you have a Venus in the first, fifth, or ninth, and let's say you really struggle with low self-esteem, or you just flat out don't like yourself, that's painful and that's rare. And I want you to write to me. Please leave me a comment. Everybody leave a comment. I want to know where your Venus is. That's really rare, and you probably have it afflicted, and it is probably a huge karmic aspect in your chart that you need to work through. But when you meet a Venus fire person, or first, fifth, and ninth house Venus person, you usually feel like you are embraced in such a good time. You're embraced with somebody who just is oozing with charm and vitality, somebody who just lives life to the fullest and loves life. Is that you? Do you know a person who's like that? Do you have somebody in your life like that? I want to know. Tell me. Okay, if you have your Venus in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, so that's the second house, and that's the sixth house or the 10th house, okay? So these are the earth signs, and this is going to be somebody who has Venus expressed through the concrete, tangible aspects of life. They are the gift givers, literally, like I show up with wine and chocolates and a gift for you. These people are the sensualists. They really express their Venus through all the feel goods and through tangible results. They really want to appreciate life, and they express their pleasure, their diplomacy, their gratitude, their peace, and their love and affection through the physical world, and through collaboration, and through building something together. They create a reliability and a dependability around the expression of their love. They take their commitments very seriously within partnerships. Remember that the second house is Taurus's natural house, and that means it's also Venus's natural house, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. So if you have a second house Venus, this is a very strong exalted placement. I don't care what sign it is in. It's in its own home, and it's happy, happy, happy. And I'm kind of jealous, because there's my jealousy meter, right? I don't have a Venus in the second house, but God, I wish I did, because it's a beauty magnet. It's a charm magnet. It is a money magnet. It is just a magnet. So tell me if you have Venus in the second, or if your lover does, and I want to know about you. I want to know if you feel that way. But you can really be a builder of something gorgeous, a massive builder of the cold hard cash. Yep. So when Venus is in an earth sign, you get a sensualist. You get somebody who finds pleasure through taste and touch and smell and feel goods. They have to be able to touch it, and they thrive in their Venus having an artful expression and collaboration with others, because they are the great builders. Okay, Venus in the water signs. So this is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Or if you have Venus in the fourth house, the eighth house, or the 12th house. So these are the deep, deep, deep houses. These houses are so deep. When you really study astrology, It's kind of unfathomable. If you don't have planets in the 4th, the 8th, or the 12th, you can't even imagine where these houses take you. In the 12th house, they take you into the divine realm, the unconditional love realm, the realm of God's love raining down on you. And that's Pisces house. The 8th house takes you into the ethers of intimacy. So it takes you to the bottom of your soul. And the 4th house takes you into your roots and your heritage and your heart. The bottom of your heart. It is where you are nurtured. It is literally your 9 months in the womb. And so these houses are extraordinarily sensitive. And they have a privacy and an intimacy. These houses are so tender, so deep, and so enormously feeling, deeply, deeply feeling. The 4th house Venus and the 8th house Venus ain't gonna show you, honey. Nope. They're gonna come across icy, icy cold. The 12th house will hide it for a little while, but pretty soon they will ooze or pontificate poetry. I feel like 12th house Venuses have a poet's soul. These are the Rumis. These are the Pablo Nerudas of the zodiac. I don't even know if they have their Venus there, but that's what it feels like. So they're just in touch with what it feels like to be starlight. So they're masters of the intangible world, and they will express their Venus through and their affection and appreciation, basically their generosity of spirit, their diplomacy, their peace, their style, their love, their sweetness, right? They're going to express it emotionally and sympathetically for others, and they feel love and the exchange of love with a closeness to another through the interchange of sensitivity and compassion and collaboration around feelings and emotions. They're kind of opposite of earth sign or fire sign. Fire sign needs activity and needs the adrenaline pumping. They need to do fun things together. They need to create a sense of adventure and exploration. And they are doing and going and moving and shaking, right? But these water sign Venuses, or 4th, 8th, and 12th house, it's very, very, very subtle. They go into really deep merging where pretty soon they almost acquiesce their soul and merge so deeply with you that they press themselves inside of you, where you guys create being one. That's how deep that is. Ideas, communication, music, song. They want to use their voice, right? There's this giant desire to be really out there with the movable and don't hem me in. It needs to talk. It needs to think. It needs to be intellectual. It wants to be different. And yes, an adventure that is a unique one, right? Is super curious about life. And they want it to be smart and intellectual, and they want to talk about fun too. So they don't want to just sit and cuddle on the couch and watch a movie. They can do that, of course, but they want to do an activity that they then can talk about, like going to a film festival or film or a museum of sorts, where they can go do an activity and then they can connect mentally with, what did you think about it, right? I will tell you that fire signs and air signs like a whole lot of room. I mean, they need room to breathe. So this is a person who will connect and wants to have fun through their connection. They want it to be eclectic and unique and different, and they want to have a lot of movement. Are you with me? Do you get it? Are you kind of understanding it? Leave me a comment below and let me know. when people tell me astrology doesn't work, what I know, what I've come to learn is, yes, it does. You just are probably living inside of the concept of I'm a Sagittarius, and you don't realize how complex it is. And I would love, love, love to make this easy for you and come with me on this journey and go in deeper, even if you don't want to be a professional astrologer, and be a super supporter and come behind the scenes with me and learn astrology. And by the way, I can't wait for my next live stream with my members, because we're going to go deep into soulmates. It's going to be so fun. You got to be a super supporter to go to that one. If you guys like this video, and if you want me to go deeper with you, and you want me to take this into exploring the different houses and Venus in the houses, I will do that if you want to. I'm going to hop on over to my super supporters now, and I'm going to continue the conversation about Venus and how Venus works in your charts. Look at this Venus in my life. He's got a big, good Venus. This is Teddy. Do you guys know Teddy? He is the sweetest love in the whole wide world. He's my guardian angel, my earth angel. I swear to God, he makes everything better. Our Venuses are in exactly the same place. He's in heaven. When you get Venus compatibility, it's impossible to not love that person. It's just impossible. And if you want me to do a video on Venus compatibility, I will. So just remember, you want to find good Venus compatibility with your love. And it works for pets too. So if you're shopping for a pet, make sure they've got a good Venus with your Venus. All right, you guys, I just love being here. I hope you got a lot out of this video. I want to hear from you. Please help me get to 20,000 subscribers. I want to get there by Thanksgiving. That's the end of November for those of you who don't know. But from my house, my home, to yours, I wish you the very, very best. Mwah. Take good care.